Today, we are in Loveland, Colorado. This is a nice little pocket town just south of Fort Collins, nestled right up against Rocky Mountain National Park. And if you're excited about learning everything you need to know about Loveland, Colorado, the housing, the shopping, why people love it, what it's close to, what the hell you would do here if you lived here, this is the video for you, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Somewhere in Colorado, and the somewhere we are today is Loveland. Helping me out today in this video is my trusty companion, Matt Marinick. Represent. We have a listing that's about to go live in Loveland, and we thought, hey, why don't we show you guys around town? So let's do it.
Let's take a lap.
So this town is just kind of nestled. It's a standalone town. You could live in Loveland and not have to go outside the city limits to get things done. So right over here we have Colorado Coffee, a great place to grab a cup of joe. The Metro Lux, which is a newer like dine-in theater, and this is really right here. It's kind of like the place to be.
It's got like lazy boys, waiters, all that, so you can just...
Yeah, but you have a lot of things around you. If you go just north, the roads that we're on, Lincoln and Cleveland, that's like the old way to get to Fort Collins.
And Wyoming.
And Wyoming. You just keep heading north, and then, or you could just go I-25, get you there a little bit faster, but better direct route straight through these towns here. Do you know how Loveland came to be, Matt?
I think it was something about the railroad, actually.
It was something about the railroad.
Yeah.
So there was a man named Mr. Barnes. He was a flour mill owner. He owned a place down in Golden. And Mr. Loveland, William Loveland, he might have gone by Bill.
Might have.
But he said, hey, Mr. Barnes, you should go buy some property up in this area here because we're about to run the railroad through it. And they did. And so Mr. Barnes brought about 320 acres up here, and he's the guy that really like started the town. This was like the stop. This was like a place to stop right before you went into the Rocky Mountain National Forest, which is just up the road. I think it's 34 up here.
Yeah, super close actually.
Which is Rocky Mountain National Park. If you're not familiar, it is like the picturesque. It is probably one of the best national parks in the country.
It's awesome. I love it.
Top 5. It's gotta be top 5 best
like
national
Estes
parks.
Park area. So nice. Elk literally in the town.
Yeah, elk in the town. Don't talk to the elk. The elk hate you. They're not interested in you and your selfies. But you know who else I love? Teddy Roosevelt.
Ooh.
Roosevelt State Park is up there
really?
as well. Yeah, so
Teddy's in North Dakota.
Roosevelt
there's a
Forest?
national park up there. Teddy Roosevelt.
So we love Teddy Roosevelt in Colorado because he helped protect all the awesome lands. And if you live in Loveland, it's right up the road. So Fort Collins is cool, and Loveland is, I think, as cool. It's not as big as Fort Collins, but you don't have if you don't like the college town vibe, you'll like Loveland better than Fort Collins because CSU is right there.
I think Loveland is a perfect place for someone coming from like somewhere that's a little smaller and they don't want to like live in the big city. So people back home, they're always saying like, I could never live in like Denver or just the hustle and bustle of the big city. I say like Loveland, Longmont. And if you want to be even further, maybe like Fort Collins, it's a little bigger. But I think like these types of towns are people like from where I'm from, you know, like.
Exactly.
You know,
but like Matt said, like Longmont's not far. This is a standalone town, and they all have their own little vibe. I think it's a great vibe in this town.
Yeah.
Very friendly vibe, and very outdoorsy theme too. You get a lot of people that are commuting and riding around on bikes. So even though it's a suburb, it's all very flat. And if you're living around this like downtown area, things are really easy to get to. Size-wise, we're about 80,000 people, and a little bit more than 80,000 people in Loveland, which is like, I think, kind of a nice sweet spot that it's not too big, it's not really dirty. Like this is an alley, and it's very clean. Whereas if you go downtown Denver, there would be bums. It would smell like piss. It's a good size, 80,000, and I think a lot of people come to Loveland, like Matt said. They're coming from a smaller area. They like the adventure of Colorado, but they don't want to be in Denver. this is a great spot. And home prices, if you want to be kind of close to Fort Collins, home prices are going to be less than they would be in Fort Collins. For around 400, 450, you can get a decent single family detached home around here.
Yeah. I think about it for like my parents, right? We all moved out. They're empty nesting. They want to be around the kids, but they don't want to live in the city.
On our channel, we kind of cater to like the young go-hards that want to be around in Rhino, but then you get a lot of people that are coming to our channel because they're looking for the mountains, or their kids have kids and the kids aren't moving back home, so the parents are moving out here. So Loveland is an area that we're like, you got to check it out. A lot of construction is going to be like post like 1990s. You get some newer stuff, but then because it was kind of a little bit of a rural area, once you get outside of the town area, you find some older homes with a little bit more acreage as well.
It feels like a little like, I don't want to say ranchy, but ranchy. You know, like you see a little more trucks, and I just feel like it's, you know, Greeley's up north over here as well, and that's known for like a lot of like cattle farming, dairy farming, things like that.
People ask us, hey, I'm from a red state, I'm from a blue state, like whatever, and you want to be, when they're asking us for a recommendation on that, I would say this is an area that you get a little bit of everything. I'd say it's probably 50-50, but nothing's in your face, which I think that's like where I'm at. It's like, do your thing, I'll do mine, just, you know, in my face, that I have separate views. Not to be confused, because I get a lot of people that will confuse Loveland with Loveland Ski Resort.
Oh yeah.
Not a mountain town. We're not in a mountain town. So we are probably a good like hour and a half. 2 hours.
Loveland Ski Resort's Loveland Pass. I actually was confused on that back in the day too. So back when I was.
You say I'm spitting facts?
Yeah.
We're spitting facts. Matt loves facts.
I do love facts.
And if you like facts, or if you even like this video, you should give us a thumbs up. Because we're all about that. We love making videos for you. Show us some love for giving you love. Yeah.
Speaking of schools, on greatschools.org, I was looking before we shot the video, and they got a good range of school scores. You know, some are 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, some are 3 out of 10, so just do your research so you know where you want to live, but that's why you call us, is we can help you find a place to live.
Yeah, we got your back. You mentioned the housing too. There's a big array of types of housing. You'll have some newer stuff like 1990s, like 2,000 square feet, maybe an unfinished basement with, I mean, there's going to be like 400. You can find something good for 400,000 and up. I mean, up, I looked, the highest price, which isn't that high for, there's usually like a $10 million property or $6 million property around this area, but $4 million, a cool $4 million, you can get something over by Horseshoe Lake over there, and where you can get something with some acreage and amazing mountain views.
You're looking to do a 14er? Longs Peak's just up the road, 8 miles from the bottom to the top. So if you do a 14er, one, don't make that your first hike. It's aggressive. Like, honestly, they're not that hard. It's the oxygen gets so light up there, it's really tough to breathe. And if you're not used to it, it's gonna be hard. And the second, start super early, because when you're that high up, that's when the thunderstorms happen around 12, 1, 2 o'clock p.m. You do not want to be in a lightning storm, being the highest thing off the earth in a lightning storm.
It's not that bad of a hike, and then peak is very challenging up there, so again, another reason why that shouldn't be your fave.
And it shouldn't be your first 14er either, honestly. Like, Bierstadt, Grays and Torreys.
Bierstadt, Grays and Torreys. Yeah.
Those are your first.
I don't even like Beards. Bierstadt's too easy. Grays and Torreys.
But if you've never done one,
that's true.
You know, if you're fine specimens who are in such good shape, like Sean and myself.
So if you're thinking like, hey, I want to open a yoga studio or a small brewery or barber, like small businesses, they have just all these little storefronts around here, and they're super cute, super welcoming.
Yeah.
It's got a really good like old town downtown feel, especially on the weekends when everyone's out. Kid friendly, super dog friendly area, a lot of patios to hang out on.
Yeah. If you do own a brewery in Loveland, comment below. I'd love to come through and do a video on your brewery.
Inside of Sports Station American Grill. This is the oldest bar in Loveland.
1902.
1902.
Yeah, I bet you they didn't serve IPAs back then.
And that's what I love. This is the one thing that I don't like about Denver, that I miss about like East Coast bars, is you go into a place and they've got that beer soaked in bar top for 80 years. Smell. You know, some iron worker was hanging out with you. So
your grandpa got drunk there?
Yeah, your grandpa was just hitting on these beautiful Jezebels right before your grandma was the twinkle in his eye.
He's telling a story. He's like, yeah, see?
That's how they talk. Kind of like me, like a mobster. Yeah. This used to be a terminal for the trains. She said there's about 5 to 14 trains go by. Some days 14, but
the railroad literally outside.
Yeah, there's a railroad.
One thing about Colorado in the summer, every afternoon, no matter how hot it is, it rains about 3?
Yeah.
3:33.
Back in the day, 10 years ago, maybe 8, I definitely would be doing, I have a lot of different ideas for these statues. In my sophomore days, I would have posed differently for these, but I will just introduce you to them, and this is Common Ground. Tons of them. Let's go take a stroll. Man, what a man's man, Teddy Roosevelt. He had issues, he had problems. He fought through them, and he did epic rad shit. And that's Louis Papa.
Everybody in 1896 looked the same.
Look how tall I was. I was so big. I was so big back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, wife was hard on him all day.
Oh, she doesn't have a name. That's sad.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's the patriarchy right there. She's just his wife.
Yeah, I bet she has a name. 3 of them are called Sculptri.
Yeah, I don't know how they identify in the sculpture world, but there's a lot of them, and we love them all. And there's a lot of pieces of art around here, so.
And this park goes on both sides of the street, actually.
Nice, like, you got kids, you want to take a stroller, or you got parents in town or something, and they just want to take a little stroll outdoors. You got a pond, you got sculptures, you got some trees. It's got it dialed in, so you should definitely come check out this one. You got a bench if you get tired.
Yeah, if you're from here and you have people visiting and they want to like go on a hike, you know those people, you know, if you're like, oh, we went on a hike, but it wasn't like, it's not a real hike. It's like you walk through the park. This is where you go. You take them to this park, take them to Wash Park, you take them to Pearl Street in Boulder.
People brag about hiking.
You take them to 16th Street Mall, which I don't think locals of Denver actually think is that cool.
Super active area as well. You'll see a ton of people biking. Are you like, does that guy have a DUI, or is he just? They're usually they're biking here because they like. It's nice. It's flat. It's easy to get from place to place. It's bike friendly. Like Fort Collins is rated like one of the highest like bike friendly capital of the United States. D, come on, buddy.
Awesome.
The sun hot, so sunscreen, sunglasses. I love this land. This is a land that I love, but there's also others that I also love for different reasons. And that's the thing about homes in the Front Range. is each town's got a slightly different vibe, and luckily we're the guides to help you find out which is best for you. So give us a call, shoot us a text. We're a real estate team. We do business all throughout the Front Range, the foothills, the mountains, Colorado. So give us a call, shoot us a text. We'd love to help you out to figure out what's the best area, what's, based on your price point, but based on the lifestyle that you're trying to have is going to fit your needs, and then probably help you identify some areas that you probably haven't thought of before. So that's it. Give us a call or go watch another video. Love you. Bye.